Hello and welcome back to Kim Reads as we continue with the Hunchback of Notre Dame. Chapter 13, Poor Esmeralda. Pierre didn't know what to do. Esmeralda had been missing for over a month. One day, as he was out looking for her, he passed the prison where a crowd of people had gathered. "What's going on?" he asked a young student. "I don't know, sir. I think they were trying a girl for almost killing the soldier. I tried to talk to my brother, the archdeacon, about it, but I couldn't get anywhere near him. I was hoping to ask him for some money." Pierre realized he must be talking to Jehan. "I am sorry, young sir, but I have none to give you either." Jehan shrugged and wandered off down the street. Pierre followed the crowd up the stairs and into the courthouse. "Who are all these people?" Pierre asked as he looked around. "And who is the accused?" "Well," said the old man standing next to him, "the woman with her back to us there," he pointed, "is the one who is charged with attempted murder. And there's an old hag on the stand as we speak. She's a witness." The old woman he pointed to was saying, "I know this girl did not harm that officer. I saw her that night. Before she came in, I led a strange cloaked man into the room. I heard a scream and ran upstairs just in time to see a dark figure jump out of the window and into the river. He left behind him the poor captain, who lay nearly dead on the floor." The crowd murmured, and Sir Robert said, "Just before he disappeared, Captain Phoebus told us that he did not remember what had happened to the caped man. All he could say that this man wanted to meet the gypsy girl. He offered to pay for the room if he could hide in the closet." At last, the accused turned around. Pierre was shocked to see that it was Esmeralda. She looked terrible. Her lips were blue from the cold, and her hair was messy. "Bring in the second prisoner," Sir Robert said. A door opened and Jolie was led into the room. The lawyer stood in front of the poor creature and made her perform her tricks. Pierre could not hold his tongue anymore. "Can't you see that Jolie doesn't know anything? She's doing anything wrong? She's just a goat." But the crowd ignored him. Then Sir Robert spilled Jolie's bag of letters on the floor. Jolie moved them one by one into the name Phoebus. Finally, Sir Robert said, "Gypsy girl, you are responsible for the harm that came to Captain Phoebus. You and your goat bewitched him and then left him for dead. Do you dare deny this?" "Oh, my poor Phoebus, this is too awful for words," Esmeralda said. "I repeat, gypsy girl, do you deny these charges?" Sir Robert asked again. "I told you, I don't know what happened. There is a man, a stranger to me, who follows me. He even tried to kidnap me once. Captain Phoebus saved me. Why would I hurt him?" Sir Robert looked at her sternly and said, "You were the only one in the room when we found the soldier, and your goat can spell his name. Tomorrow you will be put into the stocks until you tell the truth. You will be there without food or water unless you confess." Esmeralda did not say a word. Pierre could not believe his ears. The lawyer, the mayor, and the judge followed as the guards led the girl to her cell. The jail was cold, damp, and dark. No windows graced the walls. Esmeralda tried to be brave, but she was shocked. "For the last time," Sir Robert said, "do you deny the attack on Captain Phoebus was your doing?" Esmeralda could not speak. She merely nodded. The guards pushed her inside her cell. "Very well. You will remain here until morning. Then we will put you in the stocks." With every last ounce of energy she had, Esmeralda declared, "I am innocent." The door closed behind her, leaving Esmeralda in total darkness. She heard rats scratching at the walls and a faint drip, drip, drip behind her. Jolie was not with her, and the world felt so small, the floor so cold, and the walls so wet. She remembered how awful the stocks had been for poor Quasimodo, how the people had made fun of him and thrown things at him. Esmeralda couldn't bear the thought that anyone would see her. "Wait!" Esmeralda called. "Wait, I confess. It's all my fault. I confess." The door opened and Sir Robert stood there. "You confess to it all?" "Yes, I do." "Good girl," Sir Robert said. Esmeralda was led back into the courtroom. Jolie bleated and would have run to her, but she was tied to the bench. "The girl has confessed to everything," Sir Robert said. "Punish me quickly," Esmeralda said. "That is all I ask." The mayor made a very long speech, and then came her punishment. Both she and Jolly were to be sent to the prison under Notre Dame forever. The prison at Notre Dame grew darker and gloomier the farther down it went. Once the prisoners were sent down there, it was unlikely they would ever be released. The guards took Esmeralda down to her cell. Weighing down by a chain, she was but a ghost of her dancing self. She had been there for a few days when the door to her cell opened and saw someone step inside. The light behind her, and she closed her eyes. When she opened them, Claude Frollo stood there wearing a dark cloak. "Who are you?" she asked. "What are you doing here?" "Come with me." He pulled down his hood. Where? Where do you want to take me?" The priest did not answer. You were there that night. It was you who hurt Phoebus, wasn't it?" Esmeralda cried. "Why did you try to kidnap me? Why do you hate me?" "Hate you? I love you," he said. "I was happy before I knew you." "Alas," she said, "so was I." "Please let me speak." Claude Frollo told the gypsy girl how he had come to love her, how he had seen her day after day in the square by Notre Dame. Even though he knew it was wrong, he loved her. Her dancing, her dress, her pretty skin. All of these things took him away from his studies, away from what he had known his entire life. A spirit I could not control ahead of me. I could not forget you. And that day, that awful day, I followed him. I hid in the closet. Just where we were about to kiss the rogue, I jumped out and attacked him. "Oh, my Phoebus," she cried. "Don't say his name. All of this is his fault. He was supposed to tell you that I was waiting for you. He let me pay him just so I could see you. You are a fool if you ever think he loved you." "I don't believe you. He loved me. If he's not free, then I don't want to be free. And if he's dead, I don't care if I live. I will never forgive you for hurting them. All this is your fault." "The judge has decided to put you in the stocks after all, but I can help you. I can hide you in the church." "No! If the stocks are to be my fate, then so be it. Leave now. I never want to see you again. Never!" She pushed him away and fell into the filthy wet floor. And that's the end of that chapter, and I will see you next time.